It was the 1990s, a big show in a small town off I-75 in Georgia. They were called the biggest cocks in the henhouse. But things have changed since then. It's been 30 years, and they finally found a home here, like everyone else, doing a podcast. It's Erica and Mark, the phone call podcast thing.
Hello.
Mark, I don't know how to tell you this. This could be our last podcast.
Oh, did you hear what I heard?
What, that there's a big space rock headed for us that's really an alien ship that's going to kill us all? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, I heard about that. No, that's more important than what I heard.
What did you hear?
Well, you know how everybody that used to work for Beasley is just about, and some are all part of the playground.
Oh,
They have all had their own shows. There's a guy that talks about artists, like painting artists.
Well, now there is no more Beasley, so these guys got to do something.
And then there's a guy that's doing about presidents. Two people that are doing about presidents.
Okay.
Former presidents.
This sounds very interesting.
Presidential history. Then there's a guy that's talking about, did you ever wonder? And it's like little tidbits about where certain sayings and things came from.
Yeah.
Which is like a 5-minute one, but it's actually pretty good, but it's definitely short.
Mark, I don't know how to tell you this. All this sounds better than whatever the hell we're doing.
Well, that's what I'm worried about, because somehow, and I didn't ask for this, and maybe they're not even telling me about it because maybe I don't want to know. Yeah. And this is what I don't know. I'm not sure I want to know.
Okay.
But, like, for example, our friend Jeff Zito.
Yes.
Very good friend of ours. He's got a podcast on the playground.
Very good podcast.
Yeah, called Celebrity Jobbers.
Doing very well.
Very, very well. He's like number one or always in the top 2 or 3 of celebrity interviewers.
I heard he's making almost as much as we are. That's what I heard.
Is that including our other jobs?
No, that means
including my Social Security and everything.
It's including what we're making here on the podcast playground, which is righteous bucks.
But so the president one, okay, about the presidents, former presidents, past presidents.
Who was doing this? Who was doing this?
Jeff Hickox.
Okay.
I think they're using their real names anyway.
All right.
I hope. I'm not trying to insult them or anything like that. But anyway, Jeff
they
Hickox,
already, Mark, you know what? You can say whatever the hell you want. These people don't like you. Say whatever you want.
No, he does like me.
All right.
He's actually a friend on Facebook. But
okay.
He was the former promotions director, and he was midday on B103. Okay. And then Stan Nolanik, which is part of the Stan and Haney show.
Look, you can't say his last name here. That's just terrible.
Well, he uses his last name too.
Well, we're all going to know that he's from the former Yugoslavia now, and nobody's going to respect him.
But he's, of course, that show, they left about a month or 2 ago. But anyway, they're on this thing, and they're doing this thing about, it's called Beyond Mount Rushmore.
Oh, wow.
That's the name of their show.
So
it's an interesting show, actually.
It's about the Black Hills? I mean, what is Beyond Mount
it's about
Rushmore?
Former presidents.
I see.
Besides the ones that were on Mount Rushmore, like ones that you probably forgot about after we were forced to memorize it when we were in like 4th or 5th grade.
Like James K. Polk, for instance.
Yes. Actually, that was one of their shows.
James K. Polk is the one, people say he did nothing, but he's the one who basically purchased Idaho, Oregon, Washington State, and Montana. He's the one, he was a one-term president. I know way too much about this. I should be on that show with them because I am very well versed in presidential knowledge when I was preparing to be on Jeopardy. And somehow a lot of that stuff stuck with me. I don't know how. And if you look around this country, there are a lot of Polk counties in the United States.
Wait a minute. Yeah, there is a lot of Polk counties.
Yes.
There's a lot of Polk. Okay, before we go any further, because let's take a sidebar here.
Okay.
You said, well, I was preparing to be on Jeopardy. Now, this was because you thought you should be on Jeopardy, or you were actually preparing to be on Jeopardy?
Oh, shit, that slipped, didn't it? I shouldn't have talked.
Yes, it did.
I'm not supposed to talk about that.
I know you're pretty smart, but I did get that. This one, I don't remember this.
Yeah, I don't really tell people this. So now you're gonna make me do it on the podcast.
How old were you?
Fortunately, no one listens to this. This was probably right before the pandemic, and it was just for fun. One of the guys at work said, "Oh, look at this! I got this test to do a Jeopardy thing because they're coming to Tampa, and they're gonna audition people. You should do it too." So he forwards the thing to me, and I'm like, "Oh, all right, I'll take the stupid test." And I click the link. And I go in and I take the test, and Mark, I shit you not, you have to answer them quickly. And, spelling doesn't really count. As long as you get, close with the spelling, it doesn't matter. But there's pressure, man. You got a certain amount of time to answer these very difficult questions. And there was a presidential question on there. I forget what it was. And I swear to God, I did not know the answer. I had no clue. So I just typed in James Madison just for the fuck of it because I didn't
Wow.
I didn't have
That's
any.
a real random president.
Right, I
too.
know. I was like, oh, James. It was right.
Oh man.
Dude, I got 19 of those 20 questions right, and somebody from Jeopardy called me.
Wow.
and they were like, "We want to invite you down to the audition at the Hard Rock Cafe in, whatever, September."
Right.
And I'm like, okay. But I have a concern, though. I was just kind of taking the test just for funsies. I never thought you would call. She said, "Well, you did extremely well in the test. You scored in the 95th percentile on the test, and we call anybody who gets that many questions right."
Right.
And I said, "I'll be honest with you. I guessed on like 3 of them. Just total random. I had no idea what the answer was. Guess, and they were all right. Or 2 out of 3 of them were right.
Right.
One of them I missed. But she was just like, she said, "Well, what's your question?" And I said, "Well, I actually work for a CBS owned and operated TV station,
there you go.
and I know that CBS or whoever it is, Paramount, syndicates you, and it's all the same company. Even though your show is not on my station, am I still eligible?" And they were like, "I'm gonna have to check." So they finally called me back, and they were like, "Unfortunately, you are not eligible to be on the show because you are an employee of our syndicator." And I was like, son of a good, because I did not want to go on that show anyway.
You can thank the $50 million question for that.
Yeah, was that what it was? What's the
back in
$50 million question?
back in the 30s or 40s or whatever it was, or 50s.
Oh, that's right.
That
There was
quiz show
a
that
movie.
It was a scam.
The movie was called Quiz Show. I do remember
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that ruined it for everybody.
Well, it ruined it for me, so I did not get to go on Jeopardy, which is fine because, dude, I am not that smart. I did not go to college. I can't study for things. To go on to Jeopardy, you have to get a bunch of your friends around you, and you guys got to go to like libraries or sit around with books and like study
Right.
just inane facts, like what's the highest lake in the world? It's Lake Titicaca. What is what is the name of the longest mountain range in the world? Well, it's the Andes in South America. You have to know all of this stuff and more. And I'm just like, I'm never going to be able to retain any of that information at my advanced age. And I'm glad I didn't get to go because I would have been that contestant at the end of Jeopardy. It's like, well, we're gonna say goodbye to you, Erica, for Final Jeopardy tonight because you're minus $12,000. And I hope you had a good time. I had a great time, Ken.
Can I get a T-shirt?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. I hope I get a T-shirt. We'll have some lovely prizes for you in the back.
I want to go. I got to play Jeopardy, and all I got was this T-shirt.
Right. Yeah. Or they give me the special T-shirt. I didn't get to play Final Jeopardy on Jeopardy because that would be me. So I'm very glad I didn't get to go.
Well, okay. Well, I'm glad we got to that story. I didn't know that story.
Yeah, now you made me tell it. Thanks a lot.
So back to where we were.
Where were we?
Okay. Well, we were talking about the different podcasts and how everyone
Right.
seems to be doing well. Now, you know how they know they're doing well?
How do they know?
Because there's something that they have that they look at that tells them where they place.
Talent. They have talent that we don't have.
That's beside how they get there is one, but how they know it's not because they have talent. Well, maybe they know because they have talent enough to know.
Well, Mark, why the hell
where to
don't you
find
know
it.
this? Why
I
don't
don't
you know
where to
this?
look and see, but apparently, and there's categories that we may actually be like for examples, podcasts that are not really podcasts because they use the name telephone. We may be like third out of 2.
All right, Mark.
Podcasts
I'm
out
gonna,
of 2 podcasts, we're probably 3rd place. For that.
I really don't want to do
Top
this,
3.
but I'm gonna have to take over executive producer duties on this show because you can't seem to navigate the Podcast Playground website very well.
There is a thing where you can find out, and they literally have, and they, like, for example, Stan and Jeff's podcasts have moved up now to I think the last one I saw, and they're putting on Facebook.
We're not going to beat them. We're not going to beat them.
Well, we're not going to be in the same. We're not even in the same. We're not even going to be in the same genre.
All right, Gentry, if you're listening to this, and I know you're not, please send Erica the credentials to log into the Podcast Playground and revoke Mark's because he doesn't know how any of this shit works.
There's got to be. I'd love to know but I don't know if I want to know.
I know that I want to know. So how about you just find out and copy and paste it and don't look at it and text it to me? Can you do that?
Yeah, I could do that.
Can you have your wife do it? Maybe have your wife do it.
No, she's like, I'm actually the one that knows computers in this house.
Oh my God, I'm surprised that house. How did you not burn that house down? That's what I want to know.
It's a wonder if we can use a microwave.
Jesus, man. This is the same guys. I want to get a new phone. My iPhone 7 isn't working very well. Well, we're on the 16 now, Mark. The iPhone 7 came out about 15 years ago.
Here's how I do my iPhones. When I first started, I started with an iPhone 4. This was back in 2011 or 12. Does that make sense? iPhone 4 around then?
Sure.
Okay, now it's 2025, so that's 13 years?
Sure, man. Yeah, you're
okay.
You're
and I'm out of iPhone 11.
Mm-hmm.
So every 7 years or
works.
so, or more,
your iPhone 11 actually works, is what you're trying to tell me?
iPhone 11 is the last you can have now that will take the new update.
I'm shocked that you somehow managed to get out of bed and walk around.
But you saw that the 16E that I was eyeballing,
yeah,
right? It's now down to $499, I think it is.
Well, then you should probably get it.
And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get that, and I'm going to, that way I have all the things that everybody else has right now. And it'll be about time. It's 5 phones. I normally, based off of my past, I should be waiting for the iPhone 18.
Hey, Claude, can you do me a favor? Can you make a note in about 90 minutes to remind me to talk to you about replacing Mark on a podcast?
I don't have the ability to set reminders or schedule notifications for you. You'll need to use your phone's reminder app or calendar to set that 90-minute alert about discussing Mark's podcast replacement. Would you like me to help you think through what you might want to discuss about finding a replacement instead?
Yeah, you know what? I really need somebody who understands how the internet works. I need somebody who understands how cell phones works. I need somebody who understands how modern society functions in the year 2025. Do you know anybody? Maybe you could do that for me. You think you'd be the guy?
I appreciate the thought, but I can't actually appear on podcast auto live recordings since I'm an AI assistant. You'd need someone with real expertise in technology and society who can engage with your audience directly. What kind of format is your podcast? And are you...
You know what? The format is nothing to worry about right now. Claude, hey, shut up, buddy. You and I are going to figure this out. Don't worry about the format. Don't worry about anything else. I'll tell you what to do, and I'll ask you the questions. It's going to be fine, okay?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I really can't be recorded or appear on podcasts in any format.
Oh, well, that's too fucking bad, Claude, because it's a little late, buddy. And you're already on one.
Down now. You're going to quit?
No, I'm just going to find an AI that loves me because Claude apparently is not it.
You've gone through quite a few boyfriends.
I know, my AI boyfriends, yes.
Speaking of AI, I'm going to read you something here. This is my new, you remember my new, not app, but my new player for my radio station, right?
Yeah.
And it was exciting because they're adding album covers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which I said, oh, that's nice. So playing on my Tune Radio at one time was the song Tusk by the band
Fleetwood Mac. Yeah,
right?
I was a potential Jeopardy champion, Mark. I know that answer.
But the album cover said Ibiza 2011, the ultimate Ibiza clubland party massive dance, house, and trance anthems.
Do you know where Ibiza is? Do you know where that is?
No.
It's a party island for the rich.
Okay, so that's and apparently Fleetwood Mac, Tuscany
Europe.
found there?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably.
The next one is my favorite, Hook.
By Blues Traveler?
Blues Traveler, yes.
Okay.
And here's what they showed. It was a California driver's license. Look at the sister with the blonde hair.
It's nice.
And it says here, card holder, Hook. And she's from Clemson Way in Riverside, California.
What
and
the
her
hell?
date of birth was 1/23/99. That's what AI put down for the album cover.
You got to
for
stay.
Blues Traveler. And
You
it
gotta
says,
stay
by the
off.
way, Blues Traveler now has a parental advisory Al Gore, Tipper Gore sticker on it.
Well, because they're trying to sell more albums? I mean, that's the only thing that ever did.
Then Alice in Chains, Got Me Wrong.
Okay. That's a good one.
Okay. According to them, it's Daughtry, that album. That's where you can find that song.
Mark is
Daughtry.
currently trying to show me his phone, and the screen is blank. That's how good Mark is at things.
And my all-time favorite one, and my wife and I researched this. This was a screenshot off of my car radio. It says Starcastle. Starcastle is basically a prog rock band that was very Yes-like from the 70s. And the song's called Dawning of the Day.
Never heard of
And
him.
the album cover says Pantera, Cowboys from Hell.
All right. I mean, this is Mark. I mean, I don't know if we can play that. Can we play that?
But here's the stretch. You know what my wife found out as she was looking for it?
What?
That how the AI could come up with that, the stretch. And
Yeah.
because there is in a Pantera song, there's a reference to the dawning of a day.
So AI's just looking at text and confusing it for what's really going on.
Yes.
This is really no different than what happened to me with my first Kiss album I ever bought. Did I not tell you this story? I still have. I got rid of most of my albums, but I still have this album. It is the self-titled Kiss album that came out like 1972 or 1973, whatever. And I go to the record store. I'm a little kid. I'm in the Kiss Army, much to my religious aunt's dismay. And I buy my Kiss album. Maybe I got it from
service.
You know what? Maybe I got it.
said.
I might have got it from Columbia House. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I get this Kiss album and I open it up and I'm so excited. This is my first Kiss album. You know, it's going to go with all my T-shirts. And, I'm like 8 years old or something. And I open it up and I bring the album out of the sleeve and it says Columbia Records. Remember that orange Columbia Records record label, that was on all the albums?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was like orange and yellow.
Oh.
So it says Columbia
Yeah.
Records. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm 8 years old, but I know that Kiss is on Casablanca Records. I've got the T-shirt. I know
And I
these
know
things.
Casablanca record label looks like it's not.
No,
pretty.
it's very beige and deserty looking, and
Yeah.
kind of la looking. So this one, and then I read it because I've only been reading for about 4 or 5 years, and it says Barbra Streisand's greatest Christmas hits is on the label, on the Columbia label.
Oh.
But on the other side, it says Kiss, and on both sides of the album were all Kiss songs. But it was a factory misprinted album that they stuck the wrong label. I wonder if that's worth any money now.
I don't know. I have one too. I think I told you. I don't know if I told you about this or not, but I have an 8-track
Yeah.
of Nevermind the Bollocks.
Okay.
And when you play it, it's Rod Stewart. Tonight's the Night. Or whatever album that is. It's
So,
Rod, yeah. It's a
Here's
Rod
what happened
Stewart.
there. Mark recorded Rod Stewart over top of his Sex Pistols 8-track. And he's trying to make it off like he bought it like
I don't
that.
think it can record on 8-track, but
You can record on 8-track.
Oh, can you? Well, that would be
And
kind of
you
funny.
Yeah, and if anybody could, you could.
Oh my gosh! And then I also have the. Did you ever? Oh no, I think I got this. But you didn't get this, did you? When we were playing the hits from Encomia, is that what it's called? Encomia.
Ipamina? I don't know.
It was the Led Zeppelin tribute album
Yeah.
that they put in like Train, did a Zeppelin. Hootie did a Zeppelin song. Stone Temple Pilots did a song. A bunch of bands from the 90s did a tribute to Led Zeppelin.
I don't. Oh, I do. And Comium, I do remember that.
That's it. Yeah. And then they gave,
with an M. Yes.
I got an 8-track of that. I think that came from the record rep. I might have stolen that. Might have even stolen that from your desk.
Well, that sounds
You
like
might have
something
been
you would
music
do.
director then, I think.
Okay, look at this. I just Googled this. Kiss album with Barbra Streisand misprinted label. And it says that it appears on the Kiss vinyl album, a very rare version. And this error occurred during the pressing process at the record manufacturing plant. And apparently, I have one of these. They only made a few hundred copies, it says, are believed to exist. Damn it, I think I wore that thing up, and I scratched crap out of that record because I played it, listened to it.
Oh, how much does it say it worth? It doesn't.
It
Whoever has
doesn't
to
say.
pay, whoever wants to pay for it is.
I'm gonna type in value. Let's see. Now, what I'm doing here, Mark, is something called Googling. And I'm using this new thing called the Google. And it's answering my questions. It's like AI, but without AI. Okay? So it's not, you can't be scared of it.
Okay.
An unconfirmed misprint on the Kiss fan Reddit was discussed for selling $1,000. That will certainly go to knocking out my medical debt that I'm about to incur. Oh, yes. And that's what I was trying to start this podcast up by saying this might be our last podcast, Mark.
Oh, let's take a quick break and we got to talk about that.
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
And we're back, and if we were on an actual real radio station or real podcast with money, we would be playing something from Hotter Than Hell right now, or some Kiss song.
Yeah, I missed that.
Right?
The artists.
That's what the man is doing to keep podcasts down. They're trying to. Yeah,
I think they started with Napster, and I think artists just got really PO'd.
Yeah, I blame Metallica for the whole thing.
Yes, they did start it.
Pissy
Lars in general.
Yeah, Lars is a little pissy little bitch, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's a little angry, man.
Well, anyway. So this could be our last podcast, Mark. And how long have we been doing this? About 1.5 years, 2 years already?
Yeah, we're show number 69.
Why is that funny?
Why is it still funny?
Why are you laughing? You laughing because I'm laughing?
Yeah.
Well, ironic. 69 could be our last podcast, Mark.
Yeah, we're in season 2 right now, episode 69. So
I'm gonna combine the answer with today's episode of Doctor Talk. Welcome to Doctor Talk. My name is Erica, and yesterday I spent 3 hours at the doctor talking about my knee replacement that's going to happen next week.
Oh boy!
And I met with the anesthesiologist, who was a lovely woman. We were telling all kinds of stories and talking about cars, and she asked me what I do and what I did, and I mentioned I may have used to have been on the radio, and she was like, well, what's the craziest thing you ever did in radio? And I said, look, I'm not scared of your surgery. I've been buried alive. And she was like, what? And the nurse was like, what? So I had to tell them the buried alive story as their eyes got bigger and bigger. I got this doctor right in my hands. And I said, so if you kill me, you should know I have already been buried. And she was laughing. And she was like, I promise I am not going to kill you. And I said, just know that if you do, that I have had a good life and that I don't have any regrets, and that if I die, I'm not scared of dying. I certainly don't want to die. But if I die, it's okay. Try not to feel too bad about it, all right? She's just laughing about it. And I said, besides, your malpractice, I went up to her really quiet, and I said, besides, your malpractice insurance will make my daughter extremely rich. This is a win-win for everybody, except for you. And she's like, well, and you. I'm like, what the hell do I know? I'll be dead.
You let her know that you're fentanyl free?
Yeah, I did. I told her that I don't really do the drugs, and she was looking at my blood work. I don't know how to tell you this, Mark. She's looking at my blood work. Quote, exemplary health. She said, well, you're an exemplary health. You have no sign of any kind of abnormalities in your blood work. I can't believe that you're the age you are, and you don't take any kind of medication except for vitamins. And she said, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. And I said, well, how's my cholesterol, my sodium and everything look? She was like, everything is fine. Your cholesterol is 126. And I said, all right, so you're telling me as a doctor that I can leave here right now and go to McDonald's and get some lunch. And she said, well, do you normally eat McDonald's? And I said, oh, no, I never eat McDonald's, but I could if I wanted to. And she's like, yes, you could if you want. But not eating McDonald's is probably one of the reasons that your blood work is so good.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
So so if I die before I wake, I'll just be dead. That's I know that goes another way for some people, and it just stops there for me. I'll just be dead, and whatever. It's either going to go to black, or I'm going to say, "Huh, Jesus, huh? So I was wrong." Oh, sorry about that, Jesus. Shit. That's my bad. You blame my Aunt Pat. She's not here, is she? Oh, no. She's in hell. All the crazy religious Baptists, we don't want them up here either. And I'm like, that's what I figured, because if I always thought if I have to go to heaven with those people, I do not want to go to heaven. Just keep me away from those people, even if it keeps me out of heaven. Oh, no, we never have them in heaven. I've gone through this in my head for quite some time, much further than this, and I'll spare you the rest at this time.
I'm just watching your dog keep putting his head up, looking to see, is she done yet? Is she done?
Oh, yeah. She definitely wants to go OUT.
She's laying in her little blanket area.
I make her a little nest back there. Oh, you want to get that? You want me to get that? Who's that? It's not Jesus, is it?
No,
oh my God!
It's a spam.
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings.
And every time my phone rings, it's somebody telling me that I got this big, gigantic loan available for my business.
How long? I think we should put up a poll on our Facebook page, Erica and Mark the Phone Call, which should change soon to the mandatory phone call of friendship. We need to change that, by the way. And we need to put a poll up there that says, when will Mark be scammed out of money by someone? Will it be within the next year, the next 5 years, the next 10 years if he lives that long, or never?
Well, the funny thing was I found this one that I finally waited and listened to the entire spiel, and then at the end it says, press this to contact the person, or press number 9 to take out, and it would say, you are now removed from our calling list. But they kept calling me from all over the United States. They have tons of phone banks. So then I see this thing that the FCC has banned, what was it, like 20 million robot callers or something? It was like a super high amount. It was in the news.
So
like
they banned them from everybody but you.
So I still getting phone calls. I go, what is this? I hit the 9, right? Because I hit the 9 immediately, and it would automatically go to, you're no longer on the call list. And it's like, it's not stopped. Sorry, that ID doesn't work. It's like, so I had to listen to the whole thing, and now I moved to number 7. So what they did was they just changed, and now I have to push number 7.
They're trying to trick
get myself off the thing.
They're just trying to trick you. So I think it's going to be within the next 3 years that Mark is scammed out of at least $15,000.
I don't have that kind of cash to lose.
No one ever does, but you will somehow manage to lose money you don't have. That's how good you are. And you know who's gonna help me figure it out for you? It's gonna be Claude. Claude from the AI. I will ask him what we can do for you, and Claude will come up with a solution. You know, I've got a friend who's got some significant legal problems right now, where they've got insurance companies involved with an accident that occurred that was not my friend's fault. And nothing is getting done because the at-fault insurance company, of course, is being a bunch of dicks and dragging their feet, and nothing is getting fixed. Months and months are going on, and this person, can't use their vehicle.
Right.
So at some point, this person had to call their insurance company and say, all right, here's what happened. The other party already admitted total fault. I have it in writing. All right, well, what we're going to do is we're going to start to pay to get things going so you can get your vehicle back and get back to being made whole. And then we're going to fight with that insurance company on your behalf. So let's get the ball rolling. And it's been 7 or 8 months now, and still nothing is fixed. Everything is kind of half done. This person is now out thousands of dollars just to get something, just to get a ball rolling that hopefully they will get reimbursed for down the road. But My God, Mark, the insurance industry, don't ever get involved with any insurance company, because they have one job at insurance companies. Do you know what that one job is?
Not to spend any money.
To not pay you. Exactly. They are here to take your money, not give it back.
Well, have you ever watched any of the C-SPAN when they were showing they had the
Yes, I watch
people in there?
C-SPAN all the time. That's what people with jobs do. We watch C-SPAN.
But if they recycled the shows. But they had one that showed that it's about the floods over there where your friend lives in the Carolinas.
Oh yeah, up in Western North Carolina.
How they were placing the dollar amounts on them, and the insurance company were just terminating their contract with them, and then would put somebody would play ball with them, and the thing would be like $500,000 cheaper than it would save them that much money.
Well, the good news is they get nothing. That's
in Laura.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in Laura that hit us, what was that? I think this is the anniversary. I think it was like yesterday was the anniversary. So it'd be like 5 years ago when I was in that big hurricane.
Right.
And there's still people with tarps on their roof. They have
same thing here in Florida.
Claim.
Yeah, we've had a couple of bad hurricanes here over the last 3 years, and plenty of tarps around. I have some friends who have had to sell their houses because their insurance has gone up so much that they literally got priced out of being able to afford their own houses. One of them had to sell his house. Probably, I guess they probably lived there 10 or 12 years. And you'd think you'd have some equity in the house, and they did a bunch of improvements. They put an in-ground pool in the place. Right. But because of insurance and because of their newly designated flood zone area, their house just became worth significantly less. So after being there for over a decade and putting in a lovely in-ground pool, they walked away with maybe $20,000 in equity. That's it. For over a decade of owning a house.
Yeah. Because they're people don't want to move in there because they can't afford it.
They spent more than that on the goddamn pool.
it's sad.
Yeah.
I saw the government here in Louisiana, because they're fighting the same thing that you guys do. Because we had 1, 2, 3, 4 in the last 5 years. We've had 4 majors, and I think 4 or 5 regular hurricanes.
Yeah, the northern Gulf Coast of the United States of America is not a place to live if you own a house.
And what they said was I forgot which one it was. I want to think it was State Farm. It was either State Farm or it was Allstate. One of them. They were taken in particular. What they said was there's ratings, like how much you spend out. Yeah. And then there's ratings for your and what place you're in and how much you take in. And they could prove it in paper because they filed, by looking at their corporate records. Yeah. That even though they were charging us the highest, that we're number 2, I think in the highest 2 or 1 in the highest rates, but we are they are number in this market. They are number 2 with making the most money. In other words, after they paid out all their claims.
So that's pretty much what the entire state of Florida is for every insurance company.
And that's ridiculous.
Right now.
That's not right. That's not right. And here's an example of one. Is they had a guy that their corporate office was in New Orleans, right?
Yep.
And he lives in Hammond. The guy lived in Hammond, or at least somewhere near Hammond, because he was using the Hammond airport.
Nobody knows where that is. Keep going.
Hammond is 35 miles across the lake to New Orleans.
This is definitely like talking to my grandma.
Right. So all I'm telling you is it's a less than an hour ride in your car.
Right.
He did not ride in a car. He got in a company private jet from Hammond. He drove to Hammond, and then he got in a company jet and got to work in 15 minutes. Oh, by the way, got in the airport, landed, got on a company helicopter, and got taken to his building. It took him like 30 minutes to get to work and using all that stuff, and he used it every day. And then they wrote that off on his taxes as a corporate expense.
So he saved himself a half an hour sitting in traffic by using an airplane and a helicopter.
Yeah, and spending all that money, and then writing
all
off.
that corporate money. That's honestly, if I could do that, I would probably do it.
Yeah, but I mean, just saying, that's how much money they have. Don't let them fool you. They're not going broke.
I
not
know.
going, brother. They're just
And
liars.
I would love to own a house in the state of Florida, but I'm glad I didn't, because what happened to my friend would have probably happened to me by now. I mean, their house payment from the time that they bought the house went from like $2,200 a month to $3,600 a month, and they simply couldn't afford it anymore with the higher insurance rate and the taxes. And they were forced to sell their house, and now they rent. They had to go find a place for rent that was, $2,300, $2,400. You can find a house to rent here for $2,400 a month. That's not a problem. But again, now you don't own anything. You don't have any equity in it. Nothing's growing. But on the other hand, in Florida, does that matter? Is anybody making any money anymore on houses? I don't know.
That little house that we had in Iowa, it was 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It was less than 900 square feet. Brick home, right? We owed 80 on it.
Yeah.
They were making me, the value of the house was 110, 120. They were making me carry insurance for $250,000 home. My principal and interest payment was $500. A little over 500. It's like $505. You know what my mortgage payment was?
What?
$900.
Wow.
$400 of it was insurance. Yeah. Oh, because you know what my taxes were in that little small town?
Like $700 a year.
No.
How much?
$36.
36. Why did you stay there? Are you stupid?
After homesteading, $36.
You should have stayed there, man.
Well, because I'm here in Covington now, so it's
I'm looking up my old house now in Venice. The first house that we bought back in 1998. It was here it is. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house with a 2-car attached garage, 1,220 square feet. I think the people we sold it to in 1999 still own it. And we paid $85,000 for it and sold it for $95,000. And we weren't even there 2 years and still made 10 grand on that house. But now, what do you think? What do you think a little house like that is worth now?
Well, I'm going to guess, because I've been looking at real estate actually. So I'm going to guess around $300,000.
$259,000 is what the Zestimate on Zelle is. That is insane to me. That little tiny, that house is actually smaller than the condo I have now in Sarasota.
Well, you remember the house. Well, you never went to that house. I think you went to my house in Three Oaks, but the house I went to
your big house.
Yeah, the San Carlos Park home. We bought it for $90. We sold it for $160 2 years later. And right now, houses in San Carlos Park, and San Carlos Park, it's not the greatest neighborhood.
No,
just a regular neighborhood.
I mean, it's not the
middle
worst.
Class.
Yeah.
And you know what the houses are now? $300,000 to $400,000.
All right, I'm looking on Zillow right now at the house I built. I built this house in Parrish, Florida, the one that you came to, the one that was on the corner. I built that house out the door. It cost me $118,000. And now, would you like to wager a guess?
That's got to be
that
about,
is worth?
That's $400,000.
Nope, $314,000.
Wow, your houses are actually cheaper than they are down in South Florida.
Yeah, in South Florida, a lot of houses got destroyed, so now there's more demand for houses.
Good Lord. I mean, I should tell David, what are you so
you should
going to Fort Myers?
Yeah,
go up to at least Port Charlotte or something.
Don't do it.
North.
Everybody who moves to Port Charlotte and Northport, which is between Fort Myers and Sarasota, the traffic to get to Sarasota every day is 75 is stop and go traffic. There's a massive accident every day because all of these cheap ass people who moved here from Ohio and New Jersey, who can't really afford to live in Florida, decided to buy a house in Florida, but they could only afford Northport or Port Charlotte. But if they want to go to work, they have to go to Fort Myers or Sarasota from there, and that's at least an hour in a car in stop and go traffic. God, I'm looking at my other house, the one across the street that we built that had 1,800 square feet, $375,000 now. Good Lord.
Yeah.
For 1,800 square feet. Well, that is pretty nice, though. When we lived there was a cow pasture in the backyard. There were literally cows. And now there's a whole other housing development back there.
Yeah, it's changed. Every time I drive down there, it looks so crowded.
Back in 2022, that house peaked for a value of $432,000.
Yeah, it's weird too. It's like you got like that mall that we over by where we met for lunch last time.
The fancy mall, yeah.
The big that lost a big store or two, hasn't it?
They're building a Dick's in there. They're putting in a really big.
They're putting
Dick's.
another one. Okay,
big Dick's. It's going to be huge.
Didn't like a Penny's or somebody leave there, or Macy's?
Penny's is long gone. No, Macy's is still there. J.C. Penney has been long gone for a long time.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how the stores can't stay alive when there's that many people.
Again,
unless the rent is killing them.
Big Dick's is going in there. A huge one. They're moving from the small Dick's location across the way over by the Best Buy, and they're putting a Big Dick's in the mall. What?
Sporting goods.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right.
You're not interested in going for Big Dick's?
No. I go to Academy.
Oh, I was going to say, so you like the small Dick's? You'd rather go to the old store across the way. A lot of people are like that, Mark. I see a lot of ladies going in there.
I shop sporting goods at Do they have Academies down there?
No,
Academy?
I don't know what that. No, what
Sports?
is that?
No, it's just a sporting chain.
I see. So is it
because it's close?
So is it? Would you compare it to a small Dick's or a Big Dick's?
It's probably medium size.
Medium size. You know what? You know what you like. I'll give you that.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Yes.
I saw this, and you tell me if this is justified or not.
All right.
Let me see here. Here she is.
Mark is looking at his phone, trying to remember his
First of all, I want you to take a look at her. I want you to take a look at this girl first.
Hold that up to the camera. Let me see.
And okay.
We really got to put this podcast on. Oh, okay. That's a very pretty girl on WDAM, Channel 7.
Yeah, it's Hattiesburg,
Mississippi. Never been
she's
there.
just look at her. She's tiny too. She's like 5'1".
So she's
and by the way, this is her mugshot, and it looks like it could have been a senior picture.
Oh, that's her mugshot? I thought she was a TV anchor or something.
No, that's her. Well, it could be both, but she's
very pretty.
Okay, so here's what happened. She's mad.
Uh-huh.
So she poured salt into her ex-boyfriend's car engine and then put glitter in his AC.
Wow, that's I kind of like this girl.
She's actually not from Mississippi. This is from Richmond, Kentucky.
It's okay. Well, that's still the same thing.
The glitter in the AC, that's just we had a boss that had, every time that somebody had a birthday party, your office got glittered.
Oh.
And after the hurricane, when I was cleaning stuff out to take stuff out, there was still glitter around from my birthday the November before.
So on these
glitter's
alleged,
a pain in the ass.
So I may have some experience with these illegal road rallies that we don't need to really talk much about here. But there's one guy who goes around and does that. He gets those glitter bombs, and he'll just be standing there talking to somebody in their car. He did it to my friend in his Corvette. He just got this new Z06 Corvette, and I was videoing because I knew he was going to do it. And we all know that he does this. We all know he did it to my Porsche. The day I got my Porsche, I went to a car thing with them, and he nailed my Porsche the first day. But he goes up to the Z06, and he normally has the big chunks of like crepe paper and shit. Well,
right.
This one, he messed up, or they sent him the wrong thing, and it was that really fine glitter, and it went all over the Corvette. This new Corvette my friend just got. And we were all like, oh no, that's not supposed to happen. And my friend was laughing, we were all laughing. And then the next day, the window of the car wouldn't go up because the glitter was all in the lubricant for the window. So we had to have the whole door taken apart and cleaned and replaced the whole window mechanism. And then the seat stopped going forward and backward because it was all gummed up with the glitter.
He didn't charge the guy for it?
It is still in the air conditioning. And this happened some years ago. It's still in the air conditioning. It'll still come out. If he has the windows down, it's still flying around the car somehow. And
he was okay with this?
Oh, no. The guy gave him a bunch of money to get everything fixed.
Oh, okay.
No, we're all friends. It was very funny. But to this day, and it's same thing with my Porsche. He didn't have the small glitter. He had the bigger shit hit my Porsche. And when I sold that car, I was still finding that stuff. It was still, I don't know.
Well, I'm telling you that I think the glitter bomb was worse than the salt.
The glitter bomb, you may as well just burn that car because you'll never get that out of there.
No, it's
done.
there forever.
Yeah,
it's there forever. It's right up there with the glitter makeup.
But this girl is, would you say a 9 out of a 10? Or would you say she's a Mississippi 10, that's for sure. But
Yes.
she's an everywhere else 9. I mean, she's very
Yes.
pretty. Why is she doing this to this guy? What was he throwing at her that she can't live without?
Well, she apparently he just was finished with her. So what she did was she just decided to go revenge on him, and she also slashed one of his tires July 6th. That apparently didn't get the message.
Oh, okay.
So then July 15th, she just finished it off with a glitter bomb in his AC. I don't know how you do that, but that's really brilliant.
So
what do you do?
I have-
Take the vent off? You have to get in the hood to do this, right?
No. You just, do you know the vents that the defroster uses to clean the inside of the windshield?
Gotcha.
You just dump it on the end, dump it in your dashboard, and it just gets in everything.
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
Yep.
And how do you get salt in the engine? Is that
Well,
through the
you would
gas?
have to open up the gas tank filler and just dump it in there. And as soon as the car starts running, it gets in the fuel system, and
Your
that's
engine's
done.
gone, right?
I mean, it depends on how much gets in there. Usually the fuel lines are pretty small, but yeah, if that got into the engine, that might have been fatal for the engine. It would be fatal for the fuel system, that's for sure. But yeah, she's one of those girls who is as crazy as she is pretty.
Yeah, well, I'm looking like crazy eyes, and she doesn't have them.
No, she just looks like a hot little 5'1" hot girl.
Yeah, because normally they always look surprised, even when they're not.
That-
They're always like that. When you see that surprised look, run.
You're not going to
Run,
like this, but
run.
we have a phrase for that. You might not like it. It's called the 1,000-yard Christian stare. So, what are you laughing at that for? It's making fun of religion. Don't laugh at that.
Well, then call it a religion stare then.
No, because it's definitely the 1,000-foot Christian stare. It's much funnier.
But yeah, besides that, salt in the engine, glitter in the vent. We heard
Mark
that. Slashed
laughed
tire.
harder at that than he wants to admit.
Cracked the windshield, by the way.
Well, that's easy fix.
And she also cracked the rear view mirrors and the side view mirrors. And then she decided to shatter the car radio screen.
I mean, sure. So this car is totaled, is what you're saying to me. It's done.
It just the damages totaled up to $12,464.96.
Pretty good day.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
crazy.
That's funny.
$12,000 bond, by the way, if you want to get her out and start dating. She's single.
She
She's
seems
in
like
Madison County Detention Center, $12,000 bond.
yeah. She seems like a good egg.
All I can say is don't cross her.
No. Oh God, no.
Don't cross her. Have you ever thought about doing that to anybody?
No, I would never fuck with someone's car. Of course not.
I didn't think so. That's just not your
No,
that's
I
not
would-
your thing. You love cars too much to do that.
Yeah, no, I would never disrespect somebody's car like that. I would punch somebody in the face or hit them with a board or slap them upside the head before I'd mess with their car. That's not cool at all.
I've never I've crossed quite a few people in my life, but I've never had anybody take it out on my vehicles.
All right, there was one, but it was very easily repairable. It didn't cost any money. You just let the air out of one of their tires. You just take a knife or a pen or something, and you push that valve stem in as hard as
Right.
you can, and you can let the air out of a tire in 30 seconds, and it'll be flat. And all you have to do to fix that is put more air in the tire. It's free, $0, doesn't cause any damage.
There is a little, yeah, but you do give them a little excitement because right away they're thinking, "Oh crap, I ran over and
No. You make sure you do it
tell
on. No, you do it on the side of the car where they're going to see it. You don't do it on the other side of the car. You
Here we
just
go
you want to
again.
make sure they see
I'll
it.
join you in just a minute.
All right, this is the part of the show where Mark's headphones are messed up and he doesn't understand how the. Are you back?
Yes.
Oh, welcome back.
I decided to unplug myself. Should
You
have
know
done that
what?
during a Christian joke.
Should we? Because you're going to be using that 1,000-yard Christian stare joke. You know you are, or you're going to want to.
All right. Hey, let's take a quick break, and then we have to get to the not the entertaining part because that ship's long sailed. But
I'm
but
still
the
waiting for that to
educational
start.
Part, and then now I know that you're almost a Jeopardy champ.
Nope, not true.
This will be pretty good. See if you can do this.
I just got lucky.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
Okay. quick quiz. See how
speed
well
this
you
up,
know.
man. The dog is looking at me like it's got to pee.
10 famous leaders in world history.
Oh, world history. All right. That's our
World
final
history.
Jeopardy.
And
Final
this goes-
Jeopardy today. Ding.
So
world history.
just pick a world leader you think that might be on there. So we'll see if he or she made a top 10.
Hitler.
I guess apparently they're looking for not just famous, but people that don't make people feel weird. So, no. Although some of them are weird ones in here, like
All
some
right.
of them are not nice people. Actually,
You gotta give me like a hint or like a trivia fact or something.
Okay,
I'll
let's
tell you.
go
I'll tell you who it
69
is.
BC.
69 BC for a world leader?
Yes,
Genghis Khan.
not on there. That was Cleopatra.
Cleopatra.
Okay, let me run these by you. See what you
She
think.
was not a world leader. She was in Egypt.
Yeah, but back then that was the world. Egypt
yeah.
ran the scene.
I
Joan
guess
of
so.
Arc,
Joan of Arc. Okay, that was in the 1600s in France.
Elizabeth I of England.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me see here. Talk about Cleopatra. Alexander the Great.
He was very good.
Julius Caesar.
He was very good. Some would say great. I wouldn't say great. I would say he was very good. I don't know how great he was. People say he was great. Maybe he was, but not as great as me, certainly. But
That's good.
thank you.
Julius Caesar was number 6.
Oh, my favorite salad.
Queen Elizabeth II.
QE2. I have.
That's the
I
one that
have-
just passed on 2022. She's
That's
made
her.
it the top 5.
Dude, she was the queen from like the 1940s until a couple
Well,
of
almost
years
100
ago.
years. 1926 to 2022.
Yeah. Well, no, that's
She
how
was in
old she was.
service.
She was born in 26, wasn't she? No, maybe
Could have
not.
been. Maybe not.
She
I don't know.
became queen when she was very young. I do know
Yeah,
that.
she was like in her 20s, early 20s.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King, number 4.
You're supposed to be giving me hints. I'm supposed to guess them. Fun fact about Martin Luther King that only I know: he
What's that?
he was assassinated on my first birthday. See, it's a fun fact. Is it a fun fact? It's a fact. Let's just call it a fact. Okay. Let's continue.
Winston Churchill.
Mark's trying not to laugh.
Winston Churchill was number 3.
I have no fun facts there.
Gandhi, number 2.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay, so who do you think number 1 is?
Very famous.
Who do you think number 1 is?
Let's see. Well, let's throw some names out there. Could be Hirohito from Japan. He's a pretty big one. Let me see here. Is it a Chinese leader?
No.
No. What continent are they from?
Well, that gives it away. North America?
It's George Washington.
No.
No, it's Donald J. Trump, obviously.
No. Well, no, he didn't write this one, but no.
Obviously, it should be me. I am number 1, and no one's ever been greater than me.
Well, he thinks he's tied with that one.
I'm tied.
He thinks it's as good as the number 1.
I'm tied with the popularity of Abraham Lincoln.
There you go.
Lincoln and
Win and
I,
a winner. Ding, ding,
we,
ding, ding.
You know, Lincoln did a lot of good things, some good, some bad. See, people are saying, but people are saying Trump did more, did better. And
I forgot that he was comparing himself to Abe.
I did not. That was one of the best things I ever saw. And I was like, really?
He's fun.
He is. I will give you this. He's almost worth it for the entertainment factor. His numbers with me are good. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, you don't have to actually like him. Is he entertaining?
Right. That's what. So I don't
Like
go
a show.
insane. So I don't go insane about the things that he's doing. I step back and I look at the ridiculousness of everything that he is. I saw some pictures of his parents the other day on Reddit, and he looks like. Or rather, his mother looks like him in drag. She had this big B-weave hairdo
Oh my,
that had
she's
this
a handsome woman.
She had like a triple comb over B-52's hair, but she looks just like him.
So she's a handsome woman. as
She
they
was a
would say.
and his father. Did you ever see Men in Black?
Yes.
Do you remember the big roach that got Edgar at the beginning, and he was wearing the Edgar suit, and his face was all fucked up and deformed, and he was like, "Rah, rah, rah." Remember that? Remember
Yes.
Edgar? That's what Trump's dad looks like. Looks like his skin is pulled over the face of something else. Dude, I'll send you the picture. It's crazy. Then
It's
when you
real
look at that,
one,
and
huh?
you're like, oh, so this is that guy's parents? Well, that answers a lot
did
of
okay.
questions.
He did okay.
Well, yes. So I have a crazy conspiracy theory if you'd like to end on that.
All right.
So Trump's uncle was working for let's just say a secret government agency back in the 1940s and 50s.
I think I heard something about that.
So when Nikola Tesla died, the government went into his New York hotel room where he had been holed up until he died, and there were files everywhere from his entire life's work. And Trump's uncle was the man who was in charge of going in there and making sure nothing got out that didn't need to get out. Like, the car that runs on water or free electricity or time travel. And I think, this is my conspiracy theory that I have heard elsewhere, that the Trump family has access to time travel. And that's how they have gotten to the point in society and life where they are now. And if you go back to the 1890s, do you know about the book about Baron Trump's fabulous adventures from the 1890s?
No, but I think wasn't he named after somebody's?
Why don't you
somebody
Google
in the family?
that? Just Google it.
I think he was named after somebody though, right? In the family?
You know what? I don't want to start a whole conspiracy thing here at the end of the show. Let's just end on that, and let's leave that up to Chris to Google, who I know has already Googled it.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes, then thank you for listening, and thank you for anyone else who we may or may not know that have made it this far, including Jeff Zito, who's like, Jesus Christ, Erica, why are you doing a podcast with Mark?
Yeah, I can hear him saying that.
Things
too.
Jeff
And he goes,
Zito would
I'm just
say.
joking. I'm just joking.
I'm just joking. Then he turns around and says, not really. Jesus. Fuck. I know, Jeff. I like him, okay? Relax. It's fine.
Hey, listen, in this circle of radio people, it's you. I had to learn real quick that when you think your skin is tough enough, someone's going to try it and prove that you're not. Someone's always going to push that button a little bit further.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Under the guise of comedy.
I've got just as smart as mouth as anybody. And if somebody gets one over on me and it's funny, I applaud them and laugh.
Oh, you have to.
That was a good one.
Good one. Yeah, you have
yeah.
to.
I don't even need to retaliate. I'm just impressed that you think that little of me or as much of me to come up with that much comedy about me, and I salute you for it. So I have pretty thick skin about that stuff, but I know a lot of other people don't. And I don't understand how.
No, you have to. You really do. Honestly.
I know. Well, Mark, you go. I got to take this dog out before she pees on my floor again. And you have a nice week. And thanks to everybody else for attending the mandatory phone call of friendship. The phone call. See ya.
Yeah.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
Oh, gosh.